Hello students, the Teachers Academy welcomes you back to the recorded video lessons of Basics English Grammar course. In this video, our main focus is to learn the usage of comparison between same and similar. Along with that, we will also learn the comparison between like and alike. Not only that, I will also tell you the usage of word order of adjectives so that you don't get confused when you have to use more than one adjective in a sentence. Let us begin with the comparison between same and similar. So, same means that two or more things are exactly like the another. We can use same as an adjective before a noun or a pronoun. When we use same to compose people or things, we must use it with the. For example, I noticed that Richard and I were both wearing the same jacket. So you can see that because two people are being composed, that is why the same has been used here. Note that you will not say were both wearing same jacket. Let's move on to the next example. These two colors are not the same. This one is slightly lighter than that one. So note that we will not use are not same. So this is the manner you will be using same. Let's move on to the usage of similar. Similar means that two or more things are nearly identical but not quite. For example, they have similar dogs with short hair and friendly attitudes. They are similar but not same. The next example is her ideas are similar to mine. Let's have a look at the comparison between same and similar. The first example is John and Mary have the same books. But when you use similar, you will say John and Mary have similar books. The basic difference is that in the first example, John and Mary have the same books. It means the books are same. The author is same and the contents of the book are also same. But in the second example, John and Mary have similar books. It might happen that the author of the book is different or the contents of the book are different. Let's move on to the next concept, which is comparison between like and alike. The basic difference is like can indicate any degree of similarity, even a little degree of similarity, but alike is used when a high degree of similarity is being described. Another point to keep in mind is like is used when one person or one sets of person or any one entity is being composed to someone or something. But in case of alike is used when two or more persons or things are being compared to one another. So remember, is can never be used with alike. It's always are. For example, John and Peter are brothers. John is a lot like Peter. So John and Peter are alike. Let's discuss some examples of like and alike. The first example is Asif is like his father. Your house is like mine. Moving on to the examples of alike, they dress and walk alike. The twin girls are alike. So you will see in this manner like and alike are used. Now let us move on to the next concept, which is usage of superlative degree of adjective. A superlative adjective compares three or more things. It shows the highest degree or the most quality. Remember, the is always used before a superlative. For example, he is the oldest of 4 children. Don't go there, it's the most expensive shop in the town. The Nile is the longest river in the world. He was the cleverest thief of all. So in these examples you can see the has been used before the superlative degree of adjective. For example, in the first sentence, he is the oldest of 4 children. The has been used before the superlative degree oldest. In the second example, don't go there, it's the most expensive shop in the town. The has been used before the superlative most. In the third example, the Nile is the longest river in the world. Longest is the superlative which has been used. And the last example, he was the cleverest thief of all. Cleverest is the superlative degree of adjective. The next concept is word order of adjectives. Sometimes a person might have to use 3 to 4 adjectives. So students get confused while using adjectives which are more in number. So for that, always remember to use this formula. The formula is OSASCOMP, which is called as OSASCOMP. Now let's have a look at one example. For example, the adjectives such as old, round and big are supposed to be used in a sentence. If we say, it is an all-round big table, it would be wrong. So for that you need to follow the formula OSASCOMP in order to use the adjectives in the right order. Now let's move on to the next part where we discuss how OSASCOMP is used. On the screen you will see what OSASCOMP stands for. O stands for opinion, S stands for size, A stands for age, S stands for shape, C stands for color, O means origin, M means material and P means purpose. So you can see that in this order you will be using adjectives in the sentences. Let's discuss further. Beginning with opinion. Afterwards we will be discussing size, age, shape and color. This is the word order of adjectives in a sentence. Let's see what these words are. Delicious. Delicious is an opinion. Big is the size. Old is age. Round is a shape. Reddish is a color. Moving on, lovely, opinion, small, size, young, age, square is shape, green is a color. Next example is nice, which is an opinion, large, size, new is age, long is shape and blue is the color. Moving on to next, cool is the opinion, huge is size, antique means age, fat is shape and white is color. Moving on to the last example, expensive opinion, think, size, ancient, age, this, shape and pink, color. So you can see from these examples that this is the order you will be using when you will be using these adjectives in a sentence. Firstly opinion, then size, then age and shape and at last color. But when we follow the rule, there are other word orders to keep in mind, which are origin, material and purpose. Let's have a look at what these are. American is an origin, gold is material, gardening is a purpose. Other examples are Canadian is origin, wooden is material, shopping is purpose. Indian is origin, plastic is material, riding is a purpose. Japanese origin, cotton is a material and bathing is a purpose. So you will be following this word order in order to form sentences. Let's move on to the examples. The first example is, it is a big old round table. The next example, my sister adopted a beautiful big white bulldog. The next one is, I love that big antique green car that is always parked at the street. The last example is, she is a short young Indian girl. Now, generally we follow the formula, that is OSAS comp, in order to use more than one adjective in a sentence. But here, as you can see, that not all the adjectives have been used. In some sentences there are 3 adjectives. So this is the reason you will be following the rule according to their order. For example, in the first example, it is a big old round table. The formula which has been used is SAS. So S stands for size, A for age, and the other S for shape. So big, old, round have been used in this manner. In the next example, my sister adopted a beautiful big white bulldog. You can see beautiful big white, ROSC, that is opinion, size and color in order. In the next example, I love that big antique green car that is always parked at the street. You can see the formula which have been used is SAC. So S stands for size, A for age and C for color. Big, antique, green, R, size, age and color respectively. In the last example, she is a short young Indian girl. You can see SAO is the formula which have been used. So short is size, young is age and Indian is the origin. So remember that you need to follow the formula OSAS comp in order to use adjectives, and sometimes these rules can also be used when not all the adjectives have been used in the sentences. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's time for you to do the exercises. See you soon.